Okay, like one little thing before we start. I've bought myself a bin which looks like a coffee cup. That's so cool. Hello humans! Today I want to talk about book covers. What inspired me to do this video was the cover change from An Ember in the Ashes, which I absolutely do not like. Like, I don't want to take them out because they're really, like, my Six of Crows books are on there and it's kind of tricky to get them out, so I'm just gonna, these were the original covers. Like, the first and the second don't look too much alike, they have like a different color scheme, but still you can see they belong to the same series with the same font. Whoops. Back to it. These were the original covers and these are the new covers. Why? Okay, I first of all don't know if I would have bought the books in the beginning if they would have looked like that, because I hate covers like this and I'm going to get to that in a second. But what I hate more is when halfway through the series, we're literally halfway through because there are 2 books out and 2 more to come, and the covers change. Like, what am I supposed to do with these books now? Huh? Like, my books don't match now. I have different sorts of books. No, I hate that. No, I hate that, no. Why? That's like every reader's nightmare. I have these 2 books and I don't want to buy the new covers because, as I mentioned, I don't like them. They look cheesy AF. Bye! Okay. And they didn't even improve. Like, there was enough room to improve because the covers were not the best. I mean, I liked them, sort of, but they are nowhere near my favorites. But cover changes and then, like, they get worse. No. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what I don't like on covers. Covers with people on them where you can clearly see their faces, more than one person, and you can see their faces and it's very much the person is in the focus and you can clearly make out how they look. There's no real room left for imagination, so you can imagine for yourself how these people are supposed to look. No. I'm just gonna show you a couple of covers which I absolutely hate with exactly that on it. I have like 3 books which I can show you here because I don't usually buy ugly covers. Like, I know quite a lot of languages. I know 4 languages, so I have a choice in which language I want to read a book. I prefer to read them in their original language, whether that be French or German or Italian or English. But in a very special case, when the cover is particularly ugly, I'll buy the German book. But these are German books which are ugly and I didn't see the English version. Shame on me. So let's start off with this. This is Clockwork Angel. And that's supposed to be Will. And they didn't even get that right because he has green eyes. And Will is a lot prettier than that, and no, don't. These are the ugliest covers that I own, honestly though. So ugly. Oh, no. And another half-face one. This is The Death Cure by James Dashner, the 3rd book in the Maze Runner trilogy. And I think this is supposed to be Thomas. And this one is fine, but you should see like the 1st book. That is creepy as fuck. And I still don't enjoy this cover. This is like somewhere hidden where you cannot see it. And then there's this cover. That's from The Giver. And I mean, it's kind of okay. But then again, I don't really like it. Too much face, too little actual background or something. And having people on covers doesn't always annoy me, but you see where I'm getting at. And here I'm going to blend in some other covers which I absolutely hate. One of them is clearly the Lock series, which are absolutely ugly, but I can show you the German version and that's like a lot prettier. This is like the German version of Opposition, and I mean, the figure is okay, but I really kind of enjoy these covers. These are shiny. You get what I'm going at with ugly. So I can show you exceptions to this rule with people on it, because I do sometimes enjoy having people on the covers if it's done in a very photography kind of way. So let me just show you some examples. This one is a very good one because I actually don't enjoy the book, but I enjoy the cover. And that's The Heart of Betrayal by Marie Pearson. I didn't really like this book, but I do enjoy the cover very, very much. Okay, as you can see, there is a person, and it does look like the character in the book, so fair enough for that, also with the dress. And that's the place where she's at. It's really foggy and dark, and I enjoy that a lot. And also the font. Okay, yes, I see her hair, I see her skin, I see her body a bit, but I still have a lot of imagination because her hair's a bit in the wind and she's in a very specific pose, so there's still a lot left to my imagination. From this I cannot really tell how her face looks like. Other examples for that are, for example, Wither by Lauren De Stefano or Far From the Madding Crowd. There are people on them, but these pictures are really like photography and they're so gorgeous. Like, I wish I was the person to take these photos. It's really a photo rather than a book cover. That's something I'd like to take and like to post on Instagram. And this is like a movie sort of cover. I guess it's the movie cover. Yeah. It is sort of cheesy, but it's still very much like photography. And you can really see the fog in the background and the woods and the play with the colours. I really like that. And also Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. And I know that the covers from Salvatare's Ember Quartet are now supposed to be more for representation. And I get that. I get the fact with the representation. Just understand me. You can still represent people of different cultural backgrounds, but you can also do it like that. Like you can see the hair and the skin and her body and the clothes she wears. You don't have to like put the face right on the cover so that there's literally nothing left for me to imagine. But after all, I still do prefer some rather basic covers, like really just one pattern repeated or something like that. Just really subtle, decent covers with not much on them. For example, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the 20-year anniversary edition. You can see this just black, and then I have the Gryffindor edition, so here's the Gryffindor emblem and Harry Potter is written, and it's not much on the back, and these coloured pages which I really love. And it's just very simple and very, very pretty. And this is a bit more complicated, but also very pretty. And they are like the different Fantastic Beasts are on here. These two books are just gorgeous, gorgeous. Another example, Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I guess this is a newer edition from her books. I really like this because it's a really simple cover, just with a heart on it. It shines a bit. That's basically it. Just classics, for God's sake. Penguin classics are... Oh, I love them so much. Like, look at these books. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and this is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. These are both Penguin classics, but this is cloth bound and this is leather bound, and I've bought this in Waterstones in Scotland, and this I just ordered on Book Depository. They're just so gorgeous, and they just repeat one pattern over and over. Here with the chandeliers and here with the peacock feathers, and here on the back is nothing. Here's like a little quote, which is just absolutely beautiful. Very gorgeous covers and very simple, and like I want a whole library full of just these sort of covers. And let's go more into the YA genre, which has also pretty covers. Like, look at these. The Monsters of Verity duology by Victoria Schwab. I really like these covers as well because they're black. I really like the font and the violin, and through the violin you see the city. So it has to do with the books, but it's kept simple and beautiful. And on the back there's written much, so everything is still a surprise. These are the Lunar Chronicles, but in the German version. This one here is Cinder with the high heels. Then there's Scarlet with Little Red Wolves which is also very pretty. Cress with the hair, with the golden hair. Winter with the crowns. Such gorgeous spines, and I love seeing them in my bookshelf. And another YA series is once again the German covers of the Magisterium series by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black, because they're also very simple, black and a beautiful white pattern on here, and then just in different colour for every year. And they have colour pages. Like, look at this. These pages aren't only coloured but shiny as well. Like, that's, oh, it's so gorgeous, can you even? And then I have one final example, which is box sets. Like, for example, here the Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. When you look at this, covers are just, oh, they're leather bound, and there is really nothing on here except for the title and this really cool author emblem sort of thing George R.R. Martin has. I also really love seeing these on my bookshelf. I think you get what I'm going at. Comment down below whether you've read An Ember in the Ashes and how you feel about the cover change. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a really nice day, and goodbye.
Your heart is too kind, think you're a monster. You must not